If you guys want to get some amazing controller grips and accessories, then check out fatalgrips.com and use the code Kyle_Birk for 10% off.
What's going on, guys? Birkwood here, and welcome to another Minecraft video. Now, as you may be able to tell by the title, today I've got some pretty big news to share with you all, and it's actually to do with the Bedrock edition coming to the PlayStation 4. Now, before I go more in depth and tell you more about this, before we get into it, leave a like, rate, and subscribe, and if you're new around here, make sure you turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So, as I mentioned, it's to do with PlayStation 4, the Bedrock Edition, etc, etc, and as you may know, Minecon was just a few days ago. So if you don't know what Minecon is an event that happens every year by the Minecraft team themselves, and in that event they announce big things such as, like, I don't know, big features, new games, etc. Everything that's classed as big news for the game, that's where they announce it. So yeah, Minecon was just a few days ago now, Minecon 2019, and I was actually watching the live stream for it. I was hoping they would announce, Bedrock Edition coming to the PlayStation 4, and I was actually going to record a separate video about this, but as I was about to record this video, some more news came out that Sony have actually accepted Crossplay. So we're going to get into that in a few moments, but obviously Minecon was just a few days ago and everyone was hyped. I'm pretty sure most of the crowd or most of the viewers there were just watching it, waiting for the Bedrock announcement, but including me, by the way, I was waiting for the Bedrock announcement, but they didn't say anything about it. Now, the reason I think they didn't mention anything about Bedrock in Minecon is because, one, they're probably signed to an NDA contract to say that they can't say anything about it right now anyway, and two, that relates back to when I said, just a few videos ago that the lack of communication is unreal. Now, it's probably not Minecraft's fault, like the Minecraft team's fault. They're probably waiting for Sony, because as you may know, Sony have been very strict about crossplay, and obviously, they've been adding all these delays to it and haven't mentioned one thing about it. And the reason I think the Minecraft team haven't mentioned anything is because, well, they're probably signed to an NDA contract and they're probably waiting for Sony to make their move currently. So that's probably why they haven't mentioned anything about it whatsoever. But today we got some news that is probably game changing. Now the big question is, when is it going to happen? Because as I just mentioned, Minecon was just a few days ago now, and you would have thought they would have announced it over there. So let's just talk more in depth about the Sony crossplay situation. So obviously, at first, Sony said no to crossplay. They've been very strict about it, and obviously, Microsoft themselves have been a big competitor towards Sony, and we see it as like a game, but they, as a company, see it as like a business. They have to make the most money. It's kind of like a business thing, but yeah. Obviously, Sony have accepted crossplay with games such as like Fortnite and Rocket League, but actually a big thanks to the Fortnite community here, because they actually pressurize Sony to bring crossplay to other games. Now, crossplay is a big thing in the gaming industry nowadays that every company wants to get involved in, because as you may know, over the years, crossplay has been a big thing in multiple games, and those games have actually been really successful because of it, and being able to play with your friends on different consoles, it's just a big thing. So I don't see why Sony would not accept crossplay, but at the same time I do, because as you may know, Microsoft is like a direct competitor with Sony, so that's understandable. But we're going to read through the screenshots now. So there's actually been a full article regarding this, no word from Sony themselves, but this article comes from IGN, which is a trusted news source, by the way, just in case you're curious. So yeah, Sony's crossplay function for PlayStation 4 has now completed its beta phase and is a full feature for developers to make use of. Strangely, Sony has made no official announcement about crossplay being promoted to a full feature. The news instead comes from a Wired article which states that crossplay is now available to any developer that wishes to implement it into their game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare seems likely to be the first new game to support this at launch. So, as I just said there, Sony haven't actually made official announcement regarding this. Now, the fact that Sony haven't made no official announcement about this is just crazy to me, because you would have thought they would have made an announcement, because, like I said, crossplay is a big thing for companies nowadays, but at the same time, that also tells me that Sony have accepted it, but they weren't really sure about the whole crossplay thing at the time. I'm not sure, it's just strange to me, but yeah. The beta phase of PS4 crossplay included games such as Fortnite and Rocket League, which helped prove the system's capabilities. Hopefully from now on we'll see many more multi-platform games support crossplay. So when it says which help prove the system's capabilities, Sony don't care about systems capabilities whether they work or not. Sony just wants to be the most successful because obviously, Microsoft is a direct competitor, hence why they didn't want to get involved with crossplay, because they thought that Microsoft would, beat them or, get the most money as a company or whatever. Either that or Sony haven't realized how big of a thing that crossplay can actually be. So there you go. Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan explained to Wired in the same article that Sony has to keep pushing PlayStation and its features in order to survive the next generation. The track record of the incumbent platform winning the next time around is not a great one, he said. So the major thrust of my executive energy is to avoid complacency. So when it says that Sony has to keep pushing PlayStation and its features to the next level, that basically means that, yeah, they had no other choice but to accept crossplay, because as I mentioned, crossplay is a big thing for companies nowadays, and if Sony didn't actually accept that or push any new features to their consoles whatsoever, Sony as a company would not succeed in the long run. Now, going back to the point where I said that Sony are the company that want to succeed all the time, that tells me now they've finally realised that crossplay is a big thing, and now they've accepted crossplay. That means they are now able to succeed more in the future as a business, and hopefully they make some great cross-platform games to come with that as well. So yeah, that's the article. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to read that. So yeah, just going back to what I said at the beginning, obviously to us, the players, Minecraft is a game, whereas the company themselves, it's a business, and they're being all competitive because they want to make the most money, they want to make the best product, etc, etc. Hence why Sony have been unsure about this, because Microsoft is a big competitor to Sony themselves, so obviously they didn't want Microsoft to overtake them. We aren't too sure when Bedrock will be happening at all. Like I said, there's no official announcement. Hopefully it gets announced sometime soon. And by the way, the fact that this was so close after Minecon just ended just tells me that they either wanted to delay it for a bit longer, or they haven't actually signed the official documents to release it or whatever. I don't know, but it's just a whole confusing thing, and hopefully Sony realize how big of a thing this can be for them and the players in the future. So yeah, now we're just waiting for an official announcement about Bedrock on the PS4. It's looking very promising for PlayStation 4 players and the future of Sony as well. And there you go. If there's any more news regarding this, I'll make sure I record a video on it for you all as soon as possible. So make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload to this channel. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know what you think to this in the comment section down below, because it's literally the only thing I've seen mentioned in the Minecraft community nowadays, which shows that a lot of people are excited for it, and this is going to be a very big thing, not just for the game itself and all the players, but for the companies as well. So I look forward to seeing what they come up with.